At the beach in Los Angeles, California, Instagram user We Love Long Beach spotted a man scaring people nearby. She then sees him slashing at a man walking his dog and runs him off the beach. He's then seen pacing the area to oblivious joggers. Eventually, Long Beach police sends a whole platoon of squad cars to the scene, where it appears the man surrenders. Now, it was reported that 4 people were stabbed, but the insane part is he came from the intersection of Atlantic and Anaheim in Long Beach, which is over a 30-minute walk to where the video was taken. So how insane is it that this man was able to freely roam the city while stabbing people for over a mile and a half? Because the story gets worse as you see the reporting from ABC 7 as one of the 4 victims had lost their life, stating at around 5:30 a.m. the first woman was attacked, then around 6:30 a.m. another man was hurt, and then finally after 7 a.m. 2 more victims were found, stating they believe the attacker was homeless, but the police still aren't certain if all 4 attacks were connected. And at this point, I don't know which is worse, that a guy can go on a video game level rampage for over 90 minutes and the police can only stop him when he decides to take a break by the ocean, or that there were 4 separate attackers, all within an hour and a half, all within a mile and a half, and the police were only able to solve 1 of the 4 crimes, because they reported the attacker was homeless. And homeless stabbings in LA are nothing new, as the New York Post reports just a week ago, a woman was stabbed with garden shears by a random homeless person, where she had to have surgery for a traumatic brain injury and will have long-term issues with balance and vision. But somehow, the victim's mother went straight into, "This is a social and systemic failure, and we need to help the homeless more," which really highlights the sad reality of Los Angeles. Someone can have their daughter almost lose their life, and they immediately go into, "This isn't her attacker's fault. It's the culture that made him do it, so don't punish the actual perpetrator, punish society, and then just try to forget what happened to your daughter." Because case in point, this Reddit post where a cop unfortunately has to fire upon a woman having a mental episode carrying a knife. Redditors react by saying, "Oh, well, nursing homes deal with this better," as if nursing homes readily arm their mentally unwell patients with knives, and then saying F the copper for not trying to de-escalate the situation because a 20-second clip is enough to represent the entire interaction, and then they create some false narrative about an officer that wants to end someone's life. Because you want to know how we end up in cities where some guy can go on a stabbing rampage for over 90 minutes before the police show up? A community of people just like Reddit, or just like Los Angeles, spreading ideals that villainize law enforcement, having no real solutions on how to keep their communities safe, and shaming those that would dare say, "Hey, maybe this isn't working." Because make no mistake, Los Angeles County is a deep blue area and a deep blue state, and anyone with memory longer than a goldfish can recall how much the Democrats wanted to neuter their law enforcement agencies, all while turning their cities into wastelands that look like a scene from the third world, then turning around and advertising it as if it's some sort of land of freedom.
Join us in California, where we still believe in freedom.
Yeah, Newsom, somehow I'm not enjoying the freedom of living in a state of emergency until February 2023, wearing boots in the summer to avoid stepping on syringes at the beach, and watching criminals go on stabbing sprees for over 90 minutes. Although I do agree that policing in large cities do have their issues, because I don't want to turn them loose and end up like Germany. But when I look at how Deep Red Florida supports and funds their law enforcement agencies, compared to what Los Angeles residents have to rely on for their safety, I'm really starting to consider leaving LA. And again, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to vote or how to live their lives, but me personally, if I was being chased down on the beach by a crazy man holding a knife, would I want the Florida coppers coming in an MRAP to come save me? Or would I want the Los Angeles Securitron bot scooting out to come record my demise in 4K 360-degree vision? So if you enjoy learning about current events with my concise, lighthearted commentary, hopefully I've earned your subscription and you can help us get to 100,000 ducks. And then be sure to check out my video about the robber that learned that Florida won't tolerate his Chicago nonsense.